Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Kill Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon by talking about something related to Disney, whether it's their films, theme parks, merchandising, TV shows, whatever the case, may be. So in this regard, I'm talking about, I guess as a response video to this one dude who made this podcast discussing how Carrie Fisher's fans, yeah, the Star Wars fans want Disney to make Princess Leia an offensive presence. Even though in the sequel trilogy she's actually called General Leia, but okay, that seems rather questionable rather bad because the fact that her ranks, I guess it changed over time. If we're going to the canon of the expanded universe of Star Wars, but this just seems odd anyway because it seems like this is their way of taking jabs at the Princess Disney movies in general. Because when it comes to fighting, Princess Leia is pretty physical, I guess you can say, because she actually in the original trilogy she actually shoots some people with her laser weapon or whatever. But blasters, whatever you want to call those things, from the original trilogy. If you've seen the original movies, you know what I'm talking about. You know what scene I'm referring to. And she's all feisty or whatever. I feel like they just want to use this as a way to take jabs at the princess movies. But then again, that's me thinking it that way anyway. That's at least from my point of view. But here we go with the one individual I had to bring up. I guess you can say it's talking about news or whatever. So here we go. I guess you can say so. Yes, sirree.
Fans of Carrie Fisher have been mourning the actor and writer since her death on December 27th at age 60, from the thousands of tweets to parents dressing up their daughters as Princess Leia.
The first question that comes to mind that I want to ask is why?
Her best-known role. Now there is a Change.org petition online asking Disney, which bought Lucasfilm in 2012, to officially crown Fisher's Star Wars character as an official Disney princess. After the tragic loss of Carrie Fisher, we feel it is only fitting for Disney to do away with the rule that an official
In other words, if Disney does not include her as a part of the princess lineup like Cinderella and the others, Disney's been a dickhead. Oh, piss off, earlier. That seems well manipulative.
princess must be animated. The petition addressing Disney CEO Bob Iger reads, "This would be a wonderful way to remember Carrie and a welcoming to..."
Again, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Goes into what I just said literally a moment ago. The character herself stopped being a princess a long ass time ago. So what are you talking about?
Disney's new properties that is beloved by millions.
Yeah, wow, that doesn't feel like gaslighting at all. Because it is. Oh boy. It depends on the timeline, depends on what's in chronological order and what are you talking about?
Cody Christensen, a father of 5 daughters who started the campaign, told the website Geek Exchange that Princess Leia would make a good addition to Disney's character lineup.
Okay, that was cringe. Because again, you're really trying to paint the picture that, oh, if Disney does not do this, Disney's being an asshole. How dare Disney not do this? Think of the children, help the children feel better. Oh, come on, give me a break, really? Come on. And what does the character have to do with that anyway? Oh boy, so many plot holes here.
Which includes Snow White, Cinderella, Tiana, and Merida from Pixar's Brave.
Stop! Stop! What the fuck is going on?
If you haven't been living under a rock, you should know what the princess lineup is. And you skipped quite a few on top of that. Those Belle, and of course, Tinkerbell, Alice. Yeah, they were originally princesses. And of course, Anna. And this guy, I would say princess too, because since we're going to be all uh, throwing a bunch of stuff write the script, I guess, and just rewriting the script. So there you have it. because I said so. Yep, just because I said so. So there you have it.
We are big fans of the current princess lineup, but I think that Leia is a really strong, positive, awesome role model for my girls, he said.
Yeah, and that feels like a jab towards the other princess characters, but okay. It's gaslighting when you think about it, and she technically is already a princess, depending on what canonical order you're speaking of.
The Disney Princess franchise, separate from individual Disney princesses.
All right, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. Not wasting it here.
I just want them to be included, but then separate at the same time. Yes, I realize they have their own individual story going on, and technically, the character here, Princess Leia, was inspired by the first wave of feminism. When you think about it,
First conceived in 2000, according to CBS.
okay, I really don't care who said what now, really, because all this just come off like a bunch of bogus stuff that people are talking about, just talking out their ass, really, when you think about it. I mean, rest in peace, I guess, but still.
But not every female lead from Disney's animated titles is necessarily made an official princess. Take Frozen's Elsa, for example.
Not every single character should be the same anyway. And even if they were all princesses, they still should have their own character traits when you think about it. They're not all going to be one kind of a thing. That would have been boring, incredibly boring.
By late Wednesday, more than 30,000 people had signed their names to the petition. Disney is yet to respond to the request from Christensen and his fellow signatories. This article posted online by Kevin Liu.
All right, that'll be it. That's just a small segment he did, this individual. Yeah, it wasn't very long. But of course, he literally got every little thing wrong. Of course, as I mentioned a moment ago, of course, he didn't bring up Tinkerbell or Alice, as I was saying, because they were originally considered as princesses, but not anymore for some reason. So, okay, what I'm trying to get at is what, in that regard, well, can't he have a petition to get those characters their princess status reinstated in that case? See what I mean by making this entire thing seem rather contradictory? Because it is. I mean, yes, of course, it's terrible that the actress died, of course. Her career never dried up or anything because she was always one of those type of people that was always working. She always had projects to do. So she was basically the actress, Carrie Fisher, was always working 24/7. I guess sort of, not literally, but she liked to work. She was in the business one way or another, I guess, which is fine. And she did a bunch of other stuff, of course, other than Star Wars, even though she's known for it. But yeah, and yes, it's unfortunate that she's gone, of course, but people will still remember her, of course. That's not going to stop. Her memory will always be around, so you could consider that's a good thing, of course. She did leave a legacy. She was funny. She was feisty, even in real life. So that's definitely a positive thing, of course. What other future Star Wars project would they do? I'm not sure. I mean, there's rumors around they might do this, they might do that, this or that or whatever. But you're just gonna have to wait and see. But anyway, point being is that there's a bunch of comics, books, and so on and so forth, even animation featuring the character as well. Animation, I think. Well, okay, I don't know about that. Having a animated feature with Princess Leia, who knows? Maybe one of these days they might do an animated feature with Princess Leia. All they really have to do is get someone that sounds similar, I guess. But if they really wanted to, I guess I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, more it's just something I thought was just this was just weird. And considering the fact, like I was saying earlier, just came off like this was it was as if it was taking a jab towards the Princess movies. Like I was saying earlier, let me elaborate on that a bit more. But what I mean is that this stems from what I'm saying stems from the fact that the a lot of people assume that the Disney princess movies, all of them, all the animated movies, were supposed to be sexist, and they took it as if that the fact that the title of being a princess was a form of being of submission towards men, which of course is a complete lie because, like I mentioned before in other videos, being a princess in itself has royalty and also is a form of being an authority figure of some sorts, of course, you can say. And of course, there's always the whole idea of absolute power corrupts absolutely, regardless of your gender. But yeah, just this entire thing, it just seems odd, if you ask me, folks. It just seems rather odd. This kind of thing will be a discussion, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they want to consider her as a princess, if Disney wants to consider her as a princess, fine by me. That's not my issue. Just to be clear, that's not my problem with this at all. Just it's just the way they're going about it is what I'm. The people who say they want a princess, it's just the way they're going about it is what I'm questioning here. It just seems odd to me, I guess you could say. But yeah, I just want to do this real quick because I guess in some ways I can use this as an excuse to talk about Star Wars. Because for the time being, I don't have anything to review of Star Wars for the moment. And not as an excuse to talk about the princess stuff again, which I'm usually doing anyway, and in one form or another, I guess. All right, folks, I guess that'll be it for now. Of course, as always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh, yeah. Later. People, I don't get it. I don't get it.